Sabhaye Namaha. We Indian got name and fame in the world. Why? Because so many sages, saints, and holy men, they served for the nation, for the sake of the people. They sacrificed their lives. They wrote so many works to preach the do's and don'ts, and they made us to lead our life in right or righteous path. That's why we used to say Sanskrit quote, Yesha Panthaha Maharshayaha. This means all the sages, first they went, they asked us to follow them. That's why we had lots of saints, sages. Nowhere in the world we can see such a great seers and saints. That's why entire world is looking at India. Why? Because no, they want to learn our culture and tradition. They were vexed with their culture. They are looking at our Indian tradition culture because they love it much. In this regard, we have to feel proud. We Indians had so many saints like personalities who brought name and fame to our nation. Among them, we can go for a Tamil saint named Tiruvalluvar, because he brought Tamilians into one row to follow the traditions accordingly. He wrote Tirukkural. This is like Bhagavad Gita in Sanskrit, Quran to Muslim, Tamilians, that is Tirukkural. Especially when we come to Tamil people, Tamil sector, they treat Tirukkural as Bhagavad Gita, Quran, Bible. Such great work done by Tiruvalluvar to make the people to follow the right path without doing harm to the creatures, maybe whatever that. In that Tirukkural, there are 133 chapters. That is to say, Athikarams. And it gives moral and ethics values to the human beings. Though he was born in an ordinary family, but he became a saint like Valmiki Vyasa and stayed in Tamil Nadu, brought the people into an religious, at the same time spiritual way through preaching his Tirukkural. There will be couplets, and it called couplets, 2 lines each Kural. But hidden meaning is vast. Unless we go through this Tirukkural, we can't understand the essence and value of that Quran. Even now, we can see Tamil Nadu, in Tamil Nadu, the people give tributes to Tiruvalluvar on 15th January, treating his birthday as their birthday. Even Tamil Nadu government especially built Valluvar Kottam in near Vadapalani and constructed 133 feet height Tiruvalluvar statue at Kanyakumari. See how they paid their tribute, how they showed their gratitude towards the saint like Tiruvalluvar, who served for the people. and their welfare. That's why our India is getting name and fame, got name and fame, will be gotten same. Why? Because we are all the sons of the holy sages. We are all inherited children from the ancestors. That's why we are learning all the culture and traditions. We have to maintain that we are the sons of the sages. That's why I used to say Rishi Santanam we are all. So today I took the chapter or topic Tiruvalluvar because we people have to know the detailed description of Tiruvalluvar, who served for the people and made the people into holistic life. Let us see in detail. Before that prayer, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tiruvalluvar, commonly known as Valluvar, was a celebrated Tamil poet and philosopher. He is best known as the author of Tirukkural, a collection of couplets on ethics, political and economical matters and love. The text is considered an exceptional and widely cherished work of the Tamil literature. Almost no authentic information is available about Valluvar, states Kamil G. Velibil, a scholar of Tamil literature. His life and likely background are variously inferred from his literary works by different biographers. There are ananthetic, hagiographic, and legendary accounts of Valluvar's life and all major Indian religions. Valluvar has influenced a wide range of scholars down the ages since his time across the ethical, social, political, economical, religious, philosophical, and spiritual spheres. He has long been venerated as a great sage, and his literary work as a classical of Tamil literature and Tamil culture. Let us see his life. There is no authentic information available about Valluvar's life. Tirukkural itself does not name its author. The name Tiruvalluvar was first mentioned in the later text Tiruvalluvar Malai. The speculations about Valluvar's life are largely inferred from his work, Tirukkural, and other Tamil literature that quote him. Traditional biographies. The Saivite Tamil Hindu text Tiruvalluvar Malai contains the earliest known textual reference to the legend Valluvar, but it remains undated. This text attracted attention in the colonial era because an early 19th century commentary referred to him as Valluvar, whose text presented the esoteric wisdom of the Vedas to the world. The original text relates on Kural in the context of Sanskrit literature. The commentary includes the gloss that Valluvar was born in a low caste, but the original text does not. Starting around the early 19th century, these numerous legends on Valluvar in Indian languages and English were published. Various claims have been made regarding Valluvar's family background and occupation in the colonial era literature, all inferred from selective sections of his text or hagiographies published since the colonial era started in Tamil Nadu. One traditional version claims that he was Parayar weaver. Another theory is that he must have been from the agricultural caste of Vellalars because he extols agriculture in his work. Another states he was an outcast born into Pariya woman and Brahmin father. Yes, Vayyapuri Pillai derived his name from Valluvan, a pariah caste of royal drummers, and theorized that he was the chief of the proclaiming boys analogous to a trumpet major of an army. Valluvar was likely married to a woman named Vasuki and lived in Mylapore. According to traditional account, Valluvar died on the day of Anusham in the Tamil month of Vaigasi. The poem Kapilar Agarwal, purportedly written by Kapilar, describes its author as a brother of Valluvar. It states that they were children of Pulaya, mother named Adi, and a Brahmin father named Bhagavan. The poem claims that the couple had 7 children, including 3 sons, Valluvar, Kapilar, and Athigaman, and 4 sisters, Avai, Oppai, Uruvai, and Valli. However, this legendary account is spurious, according to Agaval. Based on its language, various biographies mention the name of Valluvar's wife as Vasuki, but such details are of doubtful historically. The traditional biographies are not only inconsistent, they contain incredulous claims about Valluvar. Along with various versions of his birth circumstances, many states he went to a mountain and met the legendary Agastya Maharshi and other sages. During his return journey, he sits under a tree whose shadow sits still over Valluvar and does not move the entire day. He kills a demon, performs a miracle such as causing floods and making them retreat. He touches a grounded ship, which miraculously then floats and sails off. His bride Vasuki cooks sand which comes out as a boiled rice, and many more. Scholars consider these are all associated aspects of these hagiographic stories to be fiction and a historical, a feature common to international and Indian folklore. The alleged low birth, high birth, and being a pariah in the traditional accounts are also doubtful. It's not confirmed. Dating the Tirukkural. Statue of Valluvar in Tiruvallur Temple, Mylapore. The exact statue of Valluvar is unclear. His work Tirukkural has been dated variously from 300 BC to about the 6th century. According to traditional accounts, it was the last work of the third Sangam and was subjected to a divine taste. The scholars who believe his tradition, such as Somasundara Bharatiya and Rajamanikam, date the text to as early as 300 BC. Historian K.K. Pillai assigned to it early 1st century. These early dates, such as 300 BC to 1 BC, are unacceptable and not supported by evidence within the text, states Jwelebiel. The diction and grammar to the Tirukkural indebtedness to some earlier Sanskrit sources suggest that he lived after the early Tamil bardic poets, but before Tamil Bhaktic poets, etc. In 1959, Vayapuri Pillai's proposal is based on the evidence that Tirukkural contains a large proportion of Sanskrit language loanwords, shows awareness and indebtedness to some Sanskrit text best dated to the first half of the first millennium CE, and the grammatical innovations in the language of Tirukkural. That Pillai published a list of 137 Sanskrit loanwords in Tirukkural. The 1 or 2 remaining loanwords from Sanskrit are not negligible, and some of the teachings in the Tirukkural states Jwelebiel are undoubtedly based on the then extant Sanskrit works such as the Arthashastra and Manusmruti. His estimate is based on the dates of Tamil texts with similar Tamil language features, and by placing it after some time of Tamil and Sanskrit treatises that are evidenced in the Tirukkural. Jwelebiel notes that The text features several grammatical innovations that are absent in the order Sangam literature. The text also features a higher number of Sanskrit loan words compared with the oldest text, according to G. Willibil. Besides being a part of the ancient Tamil literary tradition, the author was also a part of the one great Indian ethical, didactic tradition, as a few of his verses are undoubtedly translations of verses in Sanskrit classics. In January 1935, the Tamil Nadu government officially recognized 31 BC as the year of World War. As suggested by Maraimalai Adigal, the World War year was added to the calendar. Thus, the World War year is calculated by adding 31st to any year of the common era. Let us get the birthplace of Thiruvalluvar. As with the most other details about Valluvar, the exact place of his birth remains uncertain. Valluvar is believed to have lived in Madurai and later in the town of Mailapuram or Tirumailai. There are also accounts that say he was born in Mylapore and later moved to Madurai in order to publish his work in the royal court. The poet Kapilar Akkaval states that Valluvar was born on the top of an oil nut or Illupi tree in Mylapore, while verse 21 of Thiruvallumalai claimed that he was born in Madurai. In 2005, a 3-member research team from Kanyakumari Historical and Cultural Research Center claimed that Valluvar was born in Tirunayaka Kurichi, a village in present-day Kanyakumari district. Their claim was based on an old Kani tribal leader who told them that Valluvar was a king who ruled the Valluvanadu territory in the hilly tracts of the Kanyakumari district. Let us see his religion. Valluvar is generally thought to have belonged to either Jainism or Hinduism. Nevertheless, owing to the Kural text non-denominational nature, almost every religion group in India has claimed the work and its author as one of their own. However, these Christians' claims have cropped up only after the colonial missionaries came to India. These claims have been proven to be false. The Tamil scholar Varadarajan suggests Valluvar must have practiced religious eclecticism, maintained unshakable faith in Dharma, but should have rejected religious symbols and superstitious belief. Jainism. Early 19th century writers proposed that Valluvar may have been in Jain. 1819 translation by Ellis mentions that the Tamil community debates whether Valluvar was a Jain or Hindu. If Valluvar was indeed a Jain, it raises questions about the source of traditional Valluvar legends and the mainstream colonial debate about his birth. Kamil believes that the ethics of the Tirukkural reflects the Jain moral code, particularly moral vegetarianism and ahimsa, that is, abstention from killing. Kamil states that the text contains epithets for the god that reflect Jain ideology. Some example is given by him, Kamil. Malamikai Yekkinen, he who walked upon the lotus flower. Aravali Yandanam, the Brahmin who had the wheel of Dharma. Young Nattan, one of the eightfold qualities. These, according to Jivilibil, are very much Jaina-like because the Arhat is seen as standing on the lotus, or where the Arhat in the Jain conception is God with the lotus as his vehicle. There are exceptions, as Jivilibil and Valluvar treats his God with epithets found in the Hindu text Manusmriti, that is, the premier lord and the king, the monarch. However, according to P.S. Sundaram, a scholar who has translated the text for Penguin Classics, Parimelakar's commentary explicitly states that there are no Jain heretical beliefs in the text either. Some other epithets mentioned in text also reflected a strong ascetic flavor of Jainism in Jivalabi's view. Vendudal Vendamai Ilan, he who has neither desire nor aversion. Porivayil Ayinda Vittam, he who has destroyed the gates of the five senses. Jivalabil further says that Valluvar seems to have been cognizant of the latest developments in Jainism. He theorizes that he was probably a learned Jain with eclectic leanings who was well acquainted with the earlier Tamil literature and also had knowledge of the Sanskrit text. Early Digambara or Svetambara Jaina texts do not mention Valluvar. The first claim of Valluvar as an authority appears in the 6th century Jain text about 1100 years after his life. If Hinduism, according to other scholars, Valluvar's writings suggest that he belonged to Hinduism. Hindu teachers have mapped his teachings in Tirukkural to the teachings found in Hindu texts. Valluvar's treatment of the concept of ahimsa, which is the principal concept in both Jainism and Hinduism, bolsters this argument. While the text extols the virtue of ahimsa, it also depicts many of 700 porul couplets to various aspects of statecraft and warfare in a manner similar to Arthashastra. An army has a duty to kill in battle, and a king must execute criminals for justice. This non-mystic realism and the readiness for just war teachings are similar to those found in Hinduism. There are three parts that Kural literature is divided into, namely Aram, mean virtue, Porul, wealth, and Inbam, love. Aiming at attaining Vitu, mean ultimate salvation, follow respectively the four foundations of Hinduism, namely Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. According to Norman Keitler, the prodigious 13th or 14th century Tamil scholar Parimelalakar, who wrote the most influential commentary on Tirukkural, interprets the layout and focus on the Valluvar to be synonymous with the Sanskrit concept of Purushartha, I mean the objectives of human life. According to Parimelalakar, the Valluvar text covers primarily and directly the first three aspects, but not Vittu, mean moksha release. The text, however, does cover renunciation. It means to attain spiritual release. Thus, Vittu is indirectly discussed. According to Tamil Nadu scholars, such as Parimelalakar, other concepts and teachings found in Valluvar's text and also found in Hindu text include Vedas, gods, Sattva Guna Munis, and Sadhus, rebirth, affirmation of primordial God, among others. Tiruvalluvar had so many names, like Vishnu Sahasranama, like this. What are they? Let us see. Devar Nayanar, Daiva Pulavar, Chenna Bodar, Peru Navalar, Poyil Pulavar, Poyyamuri Pulavar, Matanu Pangi, and Mudar Pulavar. Valluvar was applauded by Bharatiyaryas. Valluvan Tannai Ulaginukke Tandu Vaan Pugal Konda Tamil Nadu. Bharatidasan Valluvanai Petradam Petrade Pugai Vaiyagame. He is mentioning of God Vishnu in couplets 610 and 1103 and Goddess Lakshmi in couplets 167, 408, 519, 568, 616 and 617 hints at the Vaishnavites' belief of Valluvar. Shaivites characterized Valluvar as a devotee of Shiva and have installed his images in their temples. According to Jivalimilli, Valluvar sometimes uses epithets for God that are found in Hindu Dharma Shastra and not in Jaina texts. Further, in some teachings about politics, economics, and love, Valluvar undoubtedly has translated into Tamil the verses found in Hindu texts such as Artha Shastra. According to Stuart Blackburn, the Tirukkural is not a bhakti text. It neither satirizes nor eulogizes Brahmins or ritualism. It is a practical, pragmatic text and certainly not a Shaivite or Vaishnavite text. Tirukkural is an aphoristic text. Parimelalakar's commentary interprets it within his own context, grounded in Hindu concept and also theological agenda. His commentary on Valluvar teachings reflects both the cultural values and textual values in the 13th and 14th century in Tamil Nadu. Let us get some details about Tiruvalluvar. Tiruvalluvar, the scholarly poet, had advocated a life of discipline, self-control, chastity, non-violence, temperance and devotion. Another, he was a visionary of future with universal society as the core theme. Another, the values he advocated were specific, particular and yet universal and hence eternal. Another, his set of codes stipulated in his creation of Tirukkural are still applicable to all sections of the world societies with a modern outlook and a democratic autonomy with ultra-modern living comforts and very far advanced science and technology of the third millennium. It was acclaimed by many as a universal code of ethics. Next, Tiruvallur's approach to statecraft was like that of Kautilya's Ardhashastra, but at the same time differed basically on its end and means. Let us see about Tirukkural. Tirukkural etymologically means the holy couplets. Example, a text having 2 lines with 7 words each in the Tamil poetic Venba meter, Venba Chandas. It has 1330 couplets with 133 chapters, each containing 10 couplets. Tirukkural is a moral compendium which has been under 3 major headings: Aram, Porul, Inbam, means righteousness, wealth and enjoyment. The ideological implication of these titles is that one must earn wealth through righteous means and enjoyment becomes imminent through that which leads to enlightenment. Next, this view is similar to the Sanskrit tradition Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Memorials. A temple-like memorial to Valluvar Kotam, was built in Chennai 1976. This monument complex consists of structures usually found in Dravidian temples, including a temple carved from 3 blocks of granite and a shallow rectangle pond. The auditorium adjoining the memorial is one of the largest in Asia and can seat up to 4,000 people. Oh God. A 133-foot tall statue of Valluvar was unveiled on the 1st January 2000 at Kanyakumari at the southern tip of the Indian subcontinent, where the Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean converge. The 133 feet denote Tirukkural's 133 chapters or Athikarams. And it shows the three fingers denote the three themes like this: aram, porul, and inbam, wealth, morals, and love. The statue was designed by V. Ganapati Sthapati, a temple architect from Tamil Nadu. The government of Tamil Nadu celebrates the 15th of January and the second month of Thai as per Tamil calendar as Thiruvalluvar Day in the poet's honor as a part of the Pongal celebrations. So let us offer our salutation to such great saint Thiruvalluvar. Srikanthaya Kalyana Nade Nadedhanam Sri Venkata Nivasaya Srinivasaya Mangalam Mangala Shasavare Vadacharya Purvamai Sarvesha Purvairacharya Sakrutaya Stu Mangalam.